Hello, United Rogue Overwatch. This is Dragon Master, and I'm here with Piper.
Hello, United Rogue. It's been a minute, but we're back.
And we are here with the Detroit Havana game, and I believe it's week 5.
That would be correct. And then, never before seen on this stream, Havana won the coin flip, and they decided to opt for map ban. So, kind of just waiting on the map ban right now.
Oh, and they
And
just did it Ilios, I think.
yep, so they're going to Ilios. And I said map ban, but I meant map pick. Haha. Last season is map ban.
Well, we'll see what they run. I know some of these players, but I haven't really been keeping up with the Ruby timeline here, so I gotta
No,
take a look at.
it should be an exciting match between these teams. I believe last week was Havana versus Ottawa, I want to say, and they showed
Yeah.
up pretty well. I mean, Ottawa is one of those teams. They're pretty much in the top bracket here. I'd be shocked if they didn't make it to finals. It's not scripted if they do. And Detroit, I forget who they played last week, but they had an overall good showing as well. I've been watching a lot of these Ruby matches, and this matchup should be a pretty good look.
Yeah, I'm looking at the record right now. Ottawa and Detroit and War are all 3-0, and Havana is 1-1. But one of their that's because they had a bye week, so we'll see.
Jay's already talking in the chat. Easy dub for Detroit. Well, we shall see. We shall see. We're kind of just waiting on some hero bans as well. From the side of Detroit, I haven't seen anything yet. And now, just for a reminder, the first map is always based off of coin flip. So whoever wins the coin flip gets to determine whether they want a map pick or a hero ban, and then the opposite team will choose whatever the previous team didn't. After that, losers will pick both hero and map. So a little bit of a change here in United Rogue, but just an FYI for all of you people who have not been watching or who are relatively new.
Okay, it looks like Detroit. Oh, sorry. Yeah, no,
Yep.
Detroit is banning May.
Which is pretty solid pick, I would say. I'm relatively new to the whole hero banning thing. This looks like could be kind of targeted at Choco, but I mean, we have that Cass in his pocket, so not a huge deal for Choco here.
Could also be the bans are also really good for banning the ability to ban something on their team too. So, like if you want to ban Sojourn, yeah, you can protect someone basically by banning a DPS.
Yes. Exactly. So that could be totally what Detroit is trying to do here. And it just seems like Havana's trying to figure out what they're wanting to do in terms of a ban. If you were Havana, who would you be picking here?
Against the May, I would probably. Well, they're probably trying to run a brawl comp, right? Because they wanna get in, and the May kind of prevents that. So I'd probably ban like a Ryan or a Ram, but I'm not sure what they play. So
I
assuming
have
it's
seen Shadowy is a relatively new pickup from Detroit. I believe they just got picked up within the past couple of weeks or so. They've ran the Rhine. I want to say they've ran the Ram as well, but I predominantly 1000% remember the Reinhardt. So could be a ban there if they're keeping track. I don't know that I would ban the Rhine here on Ilios per se.
yeah. Yeah, this is more of a divey map. So I don't know. I guess the May ban is to allow the dive to happen without getting cut off. The May has gotten really strong this season though with the perks.
Yeah, I can't even keep track of the names of the perks anymore. There's so many.
I
So
don't
many
remember which
ways
one.
to
I
get.
just know what they do.
Yeah, I just see the little images and I kind of go from there. We're still just waiting on that
Yeah,
ban.
we're waiting.
Havana's
They're
just
at
trapping us here like
the
the
thing.
thinker. Yes, we are really, really thinking about this ban here on the first map, and it's slowly suffocating me and the rest of Detroit.
Yeah, let's hope this comes in soon. I think they implemented a. Well, they didn't actually implement the rule, but they basically said in League Ops that like if 5 minutes pass or something, that they would get a a representative in here to determine whether or not they would lose the ability to ban. But I think that's only if it goes like super over the time.
Well, you have like 5 representatives in the call
Yeah.
or in the lobby right now. Um,
They banned Lucy. Okay.
all right, so they're banning Elysia, so they're banning the speed. Perfect. Probably a similar choice I would have gone for as well. They're fuming, they said. Fuming. Me
Yes.
too. For all of you Lucio players out there. I'm not one of them. I'm more of a ground Lucio myself. Glorcio, if you
Banning
will.
Lucy on Ilias. Okay.
Okay. And we're gonna go in here. We'll see what we get for the first map if JD ever decides to click that funny little button to start the map.
Yep. We're gonna be here for years. Oh,
Ah,
finally! There we go. All right,
thank you,
and we're in.
JD.
All right, let's see where we go. And we're on Lighthouse. Let's see what the
Okay.
teams run.
No picks yet.
Yes, I
We're
think they
taking
show it
our
like around.
time.
I think actually they show as soon as couple time. Yeah, here we go. We got a Hog, a Winton. Okay, so we got like a dive with the Brig, Juno backline. Oh, okay. They swapped to Maga. Okay.
Oh,
I guess that. Oh, and then we have a. Okay, so
a gun in
wait,
my
what? Oh wait, no,
leg
back
and
to
a
Winton.
smile
Okay,
on my face. Oh, never
well,
mind.
we have a Winton duel, and I don't know what Gravelot it's picking. Okay, they had swapped Diva. Okay, so we have. This is. I don't know what's happening. All right, so the Tracer. Okay, so Diva against Winton.
And we are going in here. Shadowy on this diva. Both teams opting for the high ground.
And the Winton jumps the Brig, but to no avail. They boot him back.
Oh, Ghostface falls to a Blue Jay Junkrat.
That's a big pick early. And Trash Can goes down.
But we're even right now, both teams.
Yeah.
Just kidding. Kudu says, never mind, taking both of your supports.
And Blue Jays falls low. He goes down. And it's 2 against 2, I think? 2 against 3.
Yep, 2 against 3.
And the Tracer goes down, and they kept point. Let's
Yep.
see.
Havana
Nice
basically
swap.
back now. Blue Jay swapping to the cast here. No other swap.
That makes sense. I think the Junkrat wasn't really gonna work against this hyper dive.
Ooh, White Rain falls early to this Tracer. As does Choco.
Kudu's low. He's like jumping over their heads.
And that's a Detroit cap here.
Yeah, they're flipping these points pretty evenly so far.
Oh, and Pulse comes out, but it doesn't get anyone. And we've basically got all of Havana back to the point here. And we've got a hero blade from Voodoo.
Does he get anyone? No.
Oh,
I don't think he got
mm,
anyone.
all of these ultis. Shadowy likely just used Diva Bomb, falling low, trying to save herself. Oh, there's Nano. Trying to keep the Diva in the fight. And Rally.
I don't
There's
know.
a
They're
work.
playing so split from each other. They're like there's 3 against a Winton here. He's jumping out.
Havana opting to kind of fall back here, but they've got control of this room
And Shadowy opts to go back to Winton.
with the
And
EMP.
that's like, oh, the castle.
Oh, and it doesn't
He
get
gets picked
anyone.
though. And they flip point again. We'll see what they run. It looks like they've been pretty even so far. It's just whoever gets, the first or second pick on the support.
A lot of up and flow from the teams. For
Oh,
sure.
they haven't. It doesn't seem like they're too coordinated. It looks like more like a split, like scrappy fights.
Crash Game falling the Choco, but Blue Jay
Oh,
getting that trade.
big pulse.
And Gravelette, yeah, with the big pulse on the Ana on
White Rain
Havana.
falls.
Yeah, that
And they
rhymes.
flip point again, or trying to, anyways. They're contesting the
They're
Winton.
just taking a little nap poo.
Shadow has to get out here. Guys, Ghost protect his Ana. His team is almost back here, so they kind of got to flip point soon, though. They're in one fight
Voodoo has
territory.
this blade. He's able to kind of keep this thing together. Oh, we've got a Nano out though. On the side of Detroit. And a rally. Just to try and flip this point.
There's an EMP. I think it only gets no, it gets 2. It gets a break in the cast.
All of the cues. From both sides.
There's Trick. Oh,
Oh, and it's high noon and it gets Trick. This is one fight territory for Havana. They've got one fight winning here. Surely we can get this together. Shadowy in here, but he's got ult.
White Rain falls super low. 1 hit, nice. And now he's going after the Winton. He's low. He has to jump out though. He falls low. It looks like Gravelot did get the pick though,
On Ghostface.
and he got another pick.
I don't know that they touched
And
him.
I think
Nope. That is a Detroit map. Oh, number 1 win on Ilios.
that was very close though. It was very even. The only difference was whoever got the backline first.
Ready for battle.
Now, both teams are gonna really benefit from this. Although I imagine the cast would probably swap on this map because this is more of a divey, maybe Widow map.
You could have a Widow come out here, I presume. I don't think these teams are really going to be switching too much, though. I think we're kind of going to keep the same comp going in.
That's true. Although you might want to keep the cast, especially against a Tracer.
Capture the objective.
And we are... Oh, we've got almost a mirror here, aside from the Sombra and the Cass.
Yeah.
But everything else is relatively the same. We've got some poking coming out.
I think Blue Jay is more confident on that cast.
Oh,
Oh, there he gets the
right.
pick early. And they get both supports, so that's huge for Detroit.
Absolutely.
They go in and get
Falling,
tricked.
but
And they get an
That's
early lead here. Yeah. I have to go cap though. There we go.
Don't worry, they got it. They got it. Just a little bit of a Winton duel. We got Havana all here.
And they're kind of taking this left side.
Alright, the supports are kind of shut off from their team. Shadowy kind of just managing to keep them cornered.
Jady falls super low. He goes down.
Trick
And
looking
the rest of
pretty
his
low
team starts
too.
to fall a little bit. And Blue Jay falls low. He goes down. Veritas is probably next. And the Ana is running away for her life.
As much as she can.
She managed to get out.
Ooh. An
Oh, never mind.
early
Never mind.
rally
In a caster's curse.
here. And yeah, Shadowy just gets bonked into oblivion. Let's see. No swaps. We're coming up on a few ultis. I'm waiting for all of the cues to come. Give me some cues here.
I'm hoping that it's Ruby, and I'm hoping that they're gonna, you know, use one or two and not pop all of them like Emerald.
Yep.
Okay, there's the EMP. There's a Primal from Shadowy.
And a
Although he's the
pretty
only
big
one,
loss.
I don't. I mean, I guess it's fine. He gets one. He's trying to contest for as long as he can to get that point progress. Shadow falls super low though. Jumps out. Doesn't get out. But he does stall for like 15 or 16%.
He's just gonna be a little bit staggered here. His team's gonna have to wait on that to come back, and by that
He's already
point,
back.
I mean,
He's already-
Havana's basically where he was before.
Yeah. That's true.
And
And
Pulse comes
also-
out and it gets...
Does get Veritas.
Yeah.
Monkey super low. Popped Primal though.
Oh, and it's high noon. On the monkey. Doesn't get him. Havana doing a pretty good job at controlling this point, though.
Yeah, they're both doing a good job. Whenever they like fire and focus someone, they always get that target. I haven't really seen a target escape yet from either team.
And that's on coordination and comms.
Yeah.
Shout out Ruby.
Yep. And also, I haven't really seen like 3 ults been popped yet. I haven't seen a Q fest yet. I don't know. There's a brawl going on over here. Okay, and it looks like Havana does get map or round 2. Map 2.
Score.
Um,
1-1.
Storm is very excited to go to Well. I would not be excited. You know, all I can think of
yeah,
is
I'm.
the frickin' one time where Foliage clicked his funny little Q button on Echo and turned it into Diva and went right down into the abyss.
Oh, I have a
Good
funny.
time,
I have a
good
funny. I have a
time.
funny time on Foliage in one of the 10-mans. He got triple booped and then hooked into the well, and then it was kind of funny.
Shout out to Foliage for the good entertainment. That was good stuff right there.
I'm sorry, Storm. There's no hog.
No, not a lot of team swaps here. I mean, not that you would expect it. These teams are doing pretty well on these comps overall.
Yeah, I think they're just gonna keep running their dive. Oh my
Ooh,
goodness, he jumped in and it exploded.
Yeah. They did manage to get the Ana on Detroit as well, which is pretty big. It doesn't necessarily matter.
And it looks like Havana takes first cap.
And their monkey's already back. Choco is putting in some work on this Sombra here.
He is. He's kind of hacking whoever he needs and then virusing them. I mean,
He's doing the Sombra things.
yeah,
He
yeah,
has the heal perk as well.
he does have the heal perk. Oh my.
Arguably the only perk that you choose with Sombra. I don't know. You get to be a third support. Good stuff.
Yeah, they get buffs, so now you can't get hacked out of or like hit out of it.
I say that as a non-DPS player, but hey. Oh, and Shadowy was able to kind of absorb that pulse bomb.
Blue Jay gets 2.
And got
Ghostface falls low. That's a rally gone though.
Yeah, and manages to get the tank, so Havana having point top tier, but I said
Choco
Havana and I meant
with
Detroit.
an early pick. Oh, he need to cancel the castle.
That's my Sombra player. Yeah, that was spectacular. Amazing. Good stuff from the Sombra. Shadowy in there. Trash can going ahead, hitting that rally.
Shadowy falls low.
Oh,
Gets
both
demacked.
supports on
But
the side of
but he's
Havana dead.
Ghostface and Choco fall. And they do flip the point.
Havana's got a good primal
Ooh.
here. And a pulse bomb if they can stick it. I mean, Kuda's been doing a pretty good job with these pulses thus far. So I think they can make this work.
Yeah, although I wouldn't. I think that I've seen both of these Wintons use it mainly for survivability. They don't really use it for, you know, a team wipe.
Yeah, but it just keeps them in the fight.
Yeah.
Keep things going, you know?
Oh, there we go.
Oh, and White
Big
Rain
pick.
down.
They're even though.
Havana just continuing here on this left side of point. Oh,
Blue Jay
and they
falls really
managed to
low.
get
He goes
both
down.
of Detroit's supports, and with an EMP, they've got Blue Jay.
Shadowy falls low. He goes down.
Big.
And Havana recaps. And they might have one more touch. I don't think so. Maybe Blue Jay touches. He
The
swaps on.
Tracers behind, they're gonna touch, but
Yeah, he
they
touched.
just
He touched. Oh, he died
die.
instantly though. But that might be enough time for them to touch. Yeah. Veritas falls. Shadowy's back. But I think he's gonna.
Got the
Yeah.
tank here.
He does bomb. He gets.
Oh,
Oh,
and it gets the tank, but I
yeah.
don't know
I
that
don't think
it
they touched.
matters.
No, yeah. It was a valiant effort, but it looks like Havana took it. They lost map 1 and were like, nope, we're not losing again,
Oh my
and came
gosh.
together. Oh, and here's the Chaco, Sombra, the EMP. Support Sombra in full effect.
No one voted for Havana in this prediction, by the way. I just would like to point that out. So no one wins. But we start another one. We'll see what happens.
And that means that Detroit gets first hero ban and map pick.
Who are you picking if you are in Detroit?
I'm probably banning that Sombra.
There we go. Oh, and we've got Soup Can in the lobby now. I don't know.
They-
Savannah's doing pretty well thus far. Managed to get a first map win here. Let's see if there's some trades going on. Or roster changes here from both sides. They've got JD in for Detroit for support. Your wife and kids are depending on this. That is,
And
that is
no.
something.
And Soup Can's here at last. He's arrived.
No changes here.
But it doesn't appear that they're gonna make any roster changes.
Yep. So, like I said, JD is in for support with Trashcan on the side of Detroit and no roster changes on the side of Havana. So, they're kind of just waiting on that map pick and hero ban from Detroit. Only cheese and crackers for the rest of the month. Well, Storm, it might just be cheese and crackers for the rest of the month. Although I would argue that ramen is probably cheaper than cheese and crackers. If you had to calculate it, I don't know. How many packs of ramen come in a pack? Like 12? I think so. We'll look it up.
I think he has mostly Hot Pockets though.
And we are
That's
going to Blizzard World.
Blizzard
And
World.
we
Now
are...
which do they pick? Which side?
Well, Havana gets to decide the side, so Detroit gets to decide their hero ban. So we're still voting it out, having a little mini VOD and talking about
Well,
that.
it looks like they're choosing that first. But I don't know. I think we gotta wait for the hero ban before they decide that.
Mm-hmm. 24 packs of ramen come in a pack, by the way. So, probably the best choice. I mean, JD is in fact the commissioner of UR. So, the call for league ops is denied. It's just crazy. Okay, Havana opting to attack. Just waiting on the hero pick here.
Yeah.
I think I would pick the Sombra here as well, just because
Yeah.
I don't like the
Especially
Sombra
because
in my
Shadowy was
deck.
running the Diva and they just kept getting hacked out of everything.
And there it is, the Sombra ban.
Yeah. That's what I figured. Sombra, especially after getting buffed earlier this week, her major perks are actually worthwhile picking now. Some of the best Sombras I
Ban
saw actually just
Sombra?
wouldn't pick major perks because they were actually hindering her.
Supa says you can ban Sombra, but you can't ban Choco. True, true. We're trying to force Choco onto a hit scan. Oh, jeez. Whatever you say, Stan, whatever you say. I think we see more Ana and Brig this map. Potentially.
We'll see.
Although...
I'm wondering if they could run like a sim or something, because I've seen the sim strat work a lot this season, especially now with that TP perk that sim has, the 50% increased distance. You can, especially on any hybrid map, you can basically teleport to point from the first choke.
Oh, I was gonna say from like the spawn room, because you can't even see it.
No.
We could see Symmetra here. I'm not sure that very many of these people play Symmetra.
I'm not sure. That's why I'm wondering if we're gonna see it.
Oh, no Ana from the side of Havana. I just like to say those two words because they kind of rhyme. Near rhyme.
In the words of Biscuit, on a banana.
No Ana here, so I'm interested to see what support play we get to bear witness to in this Blizzard World map.
Alright.
With a picking attack first. I don't know.
Right, Havana is attacking, right?
Correct. That's what they opted for. I just feel like, especially on this map, getting past this first little area, this little choke is so hard sometimes. I
Yeah,
say that as a low elo player,
I mean,
so
it's
don't flame me in the
a
chat.
lot of hybrid maps are really hard to get past that first choke. Eichenwald is the most notorious.
So me personally, I would be opting for defense first, but perhaps there's a strat. Perhaps there's a strat cooking, and I just am not lucky
Well,
enough to know said strat.
sometimes you wanna set the pace, you know, so the other team knows they have to match it or lose.
That's what I would argue for defense. I saw. Okay. And we've got a Mauga.
Oh
Ooh.
no.
A Widow coming out from
Against a
Choco.
Sig? I mean, it's not the worst.
These are comps. These are comps that I am seeing here.
I think Chaco is going to Widow to try and get a first pick. He might swap later.
You must like having me around.
We'll see. They're kind of not peeking him now. They saw the Widow and were like, nah, I'm not dealing with that. And Blue Jay falls early. And Trig falls early. I didn't see how. But it's fine. The rest of Detroit falls over right afterwards.
Yeah, along with our tank, we're relatively, I mean, looking pretty even-ish, perhaps? Oh, poor Whiterun is just here by herself as a Juno. Kinda just stuck, but Havana's back. Amalga's here to protect. But so is Detroit. It's a scary situation to be in as a Juno, for sure. We've got all of Detroit on this high ground over here, managing to... But they managed to get
Trig
JD.
falls low. He backs up.
And Ghostface falls, so they've only got Juno.
And Chaco falls. I think the Detroit has successfully restabilized.
Yeah, and they were running. They were going. They were chasing down.
Yeah, I think they wanted the
Havana,
Ana ban so that they could play Maga, but it doesn't seem like they needed it.
Boom.
So far, they've just been burning the Maga whenever he walks in. Blue
Yeah,
Jay's
definitely.
turret goes
I
down.
feel like I haven't seen a lot of this Moga so far in this map.
Yeah, I think he becomes better later on, but this first choke is hard for a tank to walk through.
Oh,
And they're doing like
to
a-
go around. Ooh!
Yeah, becomes an orbital.
All the cues. We've got a Bob.
Yeah.
We've got a
There we go.
Floor. In orbit.
This-
Oh, but they managed to get Detroit's tank.
This is the first the Q session today. And it looks like they're finally capping. I think they get this. There's two left. They might try and touch it. Doesn't seem like it.
Oh,
No, Greg is trying to.
Death.
They're trying to stabilize. Their tank is almost back. And
Oh, Ghostface. The moment for the books. You've been clipped, my friend. But we managed to cap. That's all that matters. That's all that matters.
Trash Can tried to hold it for a while, but Sigma was just a little bit slow to go and touch it.
Let's see. We're just fighting for this high ground here. Oh
And there goes the
no!
ragdoll.
That is so sad. Choco flying into the freaking air. Yeah, and Havana kind of just opting to back up from here.
Oh, he stomps on that Sigma. Cages him.
In a cage? So
They're
unsuspecting.
running him down.
Okay.
And they pop. Oh, that guy. Oh my goodness. Ko's face blew up as soon as he took down his shield.
Yeah. Both of the Briggs down, Blue Jay down. They're still just pushing this card though. Oh, and another Bob right on cart.
And they blow up Bob. Go for the Imware.
They did get Bob. They did get Bob. Oh,
There comes the Genji ult.
an orbit. Could be
Gets
huge.
two.
Could be huge.
Gets 3. They get 5. They get all 5. And they're about to push to the end. And a nice blade from Pudo.
I mean, with the orbit, it was
Kinda-
probably guaranteed to be a Havana win. Orbit is just, it's that ult. It's that ultimate.
It's still very strong. Sigma's low. Falls down. There's a cast ult. Does he get anyone? Gets 1.
It's JD. One of their sports could be big. This cart is just rounding the corner. Trick and Choco here, kind of just guarding this door.
Blue Jay's just repairing that turret. Letting
We've
the turret
almost
do the
got
work.
another flux here as well. Now we do. Yep, we've got a flux and we've got a window.
They're going. Okay, Sig ult coming out for the Maga.
The pill
So,
from the
yeah,
support
it
is
barely
crazy.
chunked the Maga health bar.
There's deaths left and right. Havana just
They're
staying
running it down. There goes a
here.
Bob. The Bob did kill Maga though, and Pudu.
Oh, wait. Okay. They still have a minute and a half here. They've got
Although they did
Rally
pop-
and they've got
they popped-
Cage.
They popped everything except for. Yeah, they don't have anything on Detroit, so
They're coming up on some things. Could potentially get it. Oh!
they
And
don't.
we've got a oh god! Oh my god.
Maga
We've got a
Ditto.
Mauga duel. Oh, we're opting to go around the back here for Havana. I do kind of like it. They have the speed. They can do the things. Trying to get set up for Cage, probably, if they can. If they even need it, I mean...
I think they're waiting for their opportunity.
Yep.
There comes the Molten.
Oh, and the Orbit just managing to keep Trick alive there. With a blade of the century, getting both of the supports. Wait,
What?
perfect.
Oh, they backcapped.
Score
Yeah.
I forgot who was on the cart.
to 3. Switching sides.
With 23 seconds though, that's doable for Detroit.
Yeah, definitely. Detroit did a good job at just managing to burn down that time. Is it enough? Will Storm be forced to eat cheese and crackers for the rest of his life? We'll find out.
I think he said for a month.
Well,
But
I'm just being a little dramatic here, you know. I don't know that we keep the Maugas here. Or at least both of them, you know what I mean? Okay, yeah. We have one Diva, we got a Melga. We do have the Symmetra, like you were saying, from Blue Jay.
yeah,
And
Sim
it's
is
so-
really good on this map. Now, if if without the perk, they usually you could take this left side room, with the little machine in there, and you can teleport up to the high ground and get a pretty easy first choke.
Oh, and JD is going for the Zenyatta play. He's Liam cosplaying.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Attackers incoming.
And they stopped Diva though. Shadowy wants to counter this Maga as much as they can.
Yep, there's a SimTP at the high
Yep,
ground.
there it is.
Sentry in position. 1.
I don't think we have sight lines of anyone though. Another TP though. They're on the other high ground. Don't worry, they've got it. JD
Yep.
looking very low. Yep. He dies to the Pudu Genji. I hope I'm saying that right. It just sounds so wrong, Pudu. Grab a let down, and it is 3 against 4.
We got booped
Oh.
off. I think they waited for
Oh,
they waited for the boosters to be used.
that's so sad. Poor
We got another one
Shadowy.
on Blue Jay. Ghostface is putting in work with these brig back.
Yeah. He said, "We do not care. I'm booping you off."
Get off that map.
Oh, Pudu discorded, but he manages to get out. Shadowy early demeched, and they're out. They're gone. Instantly deleted. JD's gone. Ooh. Yeah, and you know, Detroit's gonna have to just reset here. Trash can falls. I mean, we're working with like half a team right now. Yeah,
Choco's putting in work this game.
Choco has Detroit's number.
You want to ban my Sombra? Here's my Kaz.
I don't know. Every time I think of Choco, I think of the Cavs. The trash can opted to switch to the Kiri here. And we have got an ulti from the Diva just to try and stay alive. Trash can falls. Oh yeah.
And
Backed into a corner. Backed into a corner.
they're really holding him on this first point. They tried the stem TP strats, but they just didn't.
Oh my god. And we've got the Malgus out again.
Oh, the Maga fell down so fast.
He's just gone.
JD is health going down, but he got Suzu'd. Trick. Oh my! the spawn cage.
Why did you?
Actually, it actually wasn't that bad because it kind of stopped him
He
from going
died
back to
as
the
well?
spawn.
Oh, that's so sad.
That's funny.
He literally just Ajax. Ajax is not here right now. I mean, he's here, but he's not in the game. But that was definitely for Soup Can. And I mean, Detroit just has to pull this off because otherwise it's over. Oh, and we've got a trans out.
They have 3 seconds. They gotta.
We gotta lock in. We've got a hero blade. Try and save everyone. Oh, it's not a
Wait, actually, wait.
Wait.
It's just 2. It's just 2. It's 3 against 2. Oh, the stomp. He got stomped.
Oh no.
the Maga
Really
stomp is too
tried.
powerful.
You tried.
Stop the payload.
Okay.
It looks like Storm may get his wish here. Maybe.
If they full push, we gotta go into overtime. So
They got 2 minutes here to push it all the way to the end.
oh, pulse bomb, it misses,
Trick falls
and
low.
they die because of it.
And
It's a
three
Malga
all.
trade. It doesn't matter.
It's yeah, Choco. They kind of locked him in with Choco, man.
What's up?
The Maga battle again.
Oh no, they're obsessed.
The Maga. Look like you want to run away from me?
Oh, and they've got both
Welcome
of
back.
DPSs off of Havana here. They've got everyone for Detroit. Ghostface just falls. Shadowy was just running it down.
I feel like literally as soon as the stomp is off cooldown, they're running it down.
We've got a couple of ultis on the side of Havana that surely they will press. Oh, that was so unfortunate. I fear they really could have used this orbit coming up. Trek's gonna fall here. That's alright. They've got it for this next fight. That was like one person who did not need to die. That one, but they just got stuck.
Yeah, there wasn't much you could do. Well, let's see what they do for this last point. They have almost 2 minutes.
I mean, we've seen Havana's defense before, surely. This works out for them. Good. I mean, they've got both support ults on the side of Detroit here. Oh, double orbit!
Oh, he gets 2!
Choco gets two.
Unfortunately, Shadowy missed the stomp on the cast.
And Shadowy falls as well. We've just got a lonely Tracer out here. Spawn's pretty close by, so they could do this. I mean, they've got a minute left.
Yeah, they gotta get around, and they pop the rush, but they're kind of out of it now.
He's got a cage here, but he's looking really
fall?
low. Yep.
There's a Voodoo ult.
They've got no supports on the side of Havana.
Voodoo falls though.
Yeah, they didn't have any supports here, so it's kind of just this Mauga. Oh! Ghostface is back though. And this could be looking pretty good for Detroit.
I think it might go into overtime, but they'll probably make it if they do.
Oh, it's definitely going into overtime. We've got a
Yeah.
big cage here. Oh, I get full supports. Hang on.
Wait, it's just the
And it's
Tracer.
just the Tracer. Okay,
Wait,
remember
I
that
think they just
time
did it.
that I said?
That was some fun.
Wait,
Remember
but
when
Havana
I
did
said it was going into overtime? It's totally not. Totally not.
Well,
Choco
sorry,
putting in
Storm.
fucking
You
work.
gotta eat that cheese now. Cracker.
Alright, I'm giving the people their money. I'm giving the people their money. Hang on. You can only do one thing at a time.
It's honey.
I can't spell prediction.
What? It looked like he lagged out there.
Okay. Y'all are painful. Oh. You know what's painful? These Malga duels.
Yeah,
We
Maga.
had it in our match versus Pit. There's a lot of Malga happening, and I don't even know about it.
It seems like
But
every
I
time they
digress.
majorly change the game, Maga is meta again.
You know, I need to talk to Blizzard. I need to talk to the people there.
I think we need to have a talk about the perks that they give Maka.
Whoa, this is a huge payout too. 40,000? Only 4 of you voted for Havana? Where is the gambling happening? There's no gambling.
I think Havana is technically the underdog here. They're just playing better
Well,
right now.
uh, I don't know about that. Um, Havana did play against Ottawa last week. We kind of talked about that earlier. Havana was I mean, Ottawa's pretty high up there, as previously stated. Likely going to finals. I mean, I feel like Havana has a pretty decent. Yeah, that's true. Ottawa War finals. You heard it here first. If that happens, can't quote me. It's clandestine. It will happen. Potentially. We'll see that.
War is running it back to finals again.
Oh, yes, and we gotta Gambit again. Let's see. Start. We're doing map 3 right now. Detroit is just doing a little something here, trying to figure out what they need to do against this Havana team. What are you banning here if you are Detroit?
I don't know honestly, because there's nothing you can really ban. I guess you could ban the Maga, but like, there's nothing you can really ban for Chaco that would affect him because he can just flex to literally anything. It seems like, and I'm not sure a support ban would really affect them. Like, you could probably ban the Genji, to be honest. The Genji has been putting in work every game.
Yeah, Havana has a pretty good DPS line here for sure. So, I don't know. I'd probably ban the Cass. If it were me, personally.
But then he goes
All of those
Sombra, and then they
ults.
don't like the Sombra either. So
I mean, it is what it is. You gotta pick a.
you gotta
You
pick
gotta
an
pick a
evil.
band.
I honestly would ban Genji for Pudu because it seems, especially for this map, they're going to watch point. It looks like
Yes, they
this is a
are. They're
very good
going to
Genji.
Gibby.
Yeah, I would ban Genji here if I was Detroit, or maybe
Let's
Monkey.
see. Havana might ban this. I don't know what they're gonna ban here. Actually,
Yeah, Detroit
they
also
could
gets
ban
him.
the monkey.
I'm thinking either a Monkey or a Genji ban here.
They could ban an Ana if they wanted to,
No, they
or a
can't.
Brig.
No,
They're gonna
right,
ban
never mind.
Winston.
Havana ban Anna. My bad.
Listen. I know. Don't worry, I got it. They're banning Winston, and we're going to Jibby. Oh, and we've got a lot of arrows up in the chat. Don't
Yes,
worry.
yes.
We see you. He interrupted it. Okay, and then Havana. Oh, upside down arrow? Banned. Yes. Agreed. What am I thinking they're gonna ban? I don't know. They can't. Havana definitely cannot ban the Ana. They could ban a Junkrat.
They're
They
banning
could ban
Junkrat.
a
Wait,
Brig.
they're,
Oh,
they're
see?
banning
Yeah.
Junkrat.
Well,
I guess they're banning Junkrat for this map. I don't know.
this is not scripted.
Why would you? I'm confused why you ban. Like, I know Blue Jay plays a lot of Junkrat, but I don't know if he's gonna play it here.
I mean, he could have, for sure. You get on top of the airship and you just chuck those freaking things down.
Yeah, that's true. Well, let's see. They ban so no Junkrat, no Winton.
No jump threat, no Winton. We trick. I didn't know
And
that trick plays like a
we're
diva or anything like that. If they're
the fact that
wanting
they
to run a
ban, yeah, they're
dive,
running.
yeah.
They're probably gonna run Diva or maybe. You really can't run anything else on this map. You can try Hazard, but I don't think Hazard's very good on this map.
It could potentially be. I don't know. I've seen the diva just work for this map. I'm
Yeah, because
not.
you usually pick Monkey or Diva for this map.
I am not an experienced tank player here, so I am not the person to ask in terms of, you know, what tank player to play on what Fort Gibraltar. We're likely to see the Ana break again. Potentially a Juno. Just for some speed, but both of
And
these
it looks like
teams.
Havana picked attack, so we'll
What
see
is
what they run.
with this attack? I mean, it's worked, I
They
guess.
set the pace, and then
This
the other
is
team has to follow. They're feeling themselves right now.
Initiating match.
Now, I'm expecting Diva, both teams, but I'm not sure. We could see a Doom. I don't know if they'd pick Maga here because of the verticality.
I would. It would be so funny. It would be like a.
Oh, here's the ball.
And it's a
Ball and
hamster.
hog.
Bowsy,
Hog.
where are
Okay.
ya?
I smell blood in the
Okay. I didn't know Trick played ball. Okay. Ball is really strong right now.
plan to win.
Oh, we've got choke on this widow.
Yeah, that makes sense. So try and get an opening shot, right?
Ghost face on a Lucy. Oh, we're just running it down, man. We
Oh,
are
Choco
running it
swapped
down.
to wait. Okay. Wait, what? Choco's on the Genji now.
Oh.
The heck? And they're on
Okay,
Hazard.
okay.
What is happening?
We're
Are we
just playing games. We're playing mind games.
They're just swapping.
2, 1. Attackers incoming.
So if they're playing this right, I imagine the Tracer's gonna go try and contest cart early. Yep.
We've got
While the rest of
both-
their team goes in.
Ooh,
Ghostface
and
falls
Ghostface
early though.
down.
Oh, Voodoo falls over.
And the voodoo. Oh yeah, Trick is just out here with no supports. Choco making the switch to the Sombra. Alright. We've got the people back. We're working. Yeah, we've got all of Detroit on this high ground. Kind of just forcing them to drop. I mean, Havana is just pushing this cart.
Yeah, they're not really contesting high ground. They're kind of just like, yeah, you stop cart, or we're just gonna keep pushing it.
Ah, Trick is
Didn't get anyone.
okay. Ooh,
JD falls early.
JD
And
and
there goes
Trash
Trash Can.
Can
Both
down.
supports are gone.
Press the W key. Press the W key. And that they are. Shadowy just trying to get out here.
Vani's doing a good job of pressuring all of them. And now that they can't ban the Sombra, Chocoman's putting in work on it again.
Oh, and we've got a Nana Diva on point with a post bomb. And beat.
There's
And
a
a
rush too.
rush.
Okay, they do get shadowy though. They get it. I don't know if both support ults were necessary, but they did it.
I probably would have saved the rush.
And Trick gets
Ooh.
Trash Can early. That's a big pick now that they're down a support. And they kind of got bad spawn.
Okay, Hazard. I like the hazard play. And we're tearing it down.
They get both supports and a DPS. But the break is back by now though.
Oh, Havana is just dominating on this first attack.
Yeah, Trick is kind of running them on the hazard right now.
Well, and he has a team that's able to follow up with it as well, which
Yeah.
is awesome. Good for them. Yeah, we do have an EMP coming.
Oh,
Yep.
there it. Well,
There
there
it
it is. Speak of the Shadowy falls over.
It's a big one. Shadowy demect. All we have is Blue Jay and the Tracer.
Just Tracer now. Tracer fighting for the
That's
life,
it.
and they get with 4.5 minutes on the clock.
Oh, like, come on.
Havana is dominating today. We'll see what they do next. Are we have any swaps here? Trashcan looked like they swapped to Kiri.
They did swap to Kiri, and then Blue Jay before the last point swapped to the Reaper. He's looking very low now. But they managed to get Ghostface. Ooh, early Caesar from White Rain. Ooh, with a rush though. They could just finish this out.
Shaco is low. He does get out. And they get the Ana.
Ana with Nano. Ooh, and Pudu with the pulse on Blue Jay.
Darkclaw, or Shadowy, sorry, falls low. Does use ult to get back, and they get Trick and Ghostface.
They've got time. They've got time.
We got a lot of time.
Nah, well, we have EMP again already. And then we've got Beat. And we've got
They forced,
Reaper's ult.
I was gonna say that they forced recall really early.
We've got Beat out.
And an EMP. Are they getting one? Ghostface falls. They get a trade each.
We've got Reaper ult out that didn't get
Ooh.
anyone.
Sure.
But yeah, I mean, Blue Jay manages
Jay
to
Reaper
ping us
putting in work.
anyway.
They do get Trick. It's just one on point. They die. So it looks like it's another reset. This last point's really hard to take unless you just wipe their entire team. They probably need to go after supports first.
Well, the spawns are just so close.
Blue Jay is like fighting 4 at once.
Oh, we've got a pulse out that doesn't get. And Diva Bomb. Oh, but Choco hacks him out of remake. And they fall.
That's huge. Ooh,
2 Kitsunes.
Okay.
But White Rain.
Bright Rain falls instantly though.
No supports on the side of Havana.
It's a little unfortunate actually. You'd almost like that rush back.
Okay, now we're down to about a minute here. We've got a hazard ult. And we're coming up on Nana. And another die Reaper ult. Just a little poking right now. And we got our hazard's in. We're going.
They do get Choco early though. That's unfortunate. White Rain falls. Shadowy gets 3.
Yeah, and we've got Nano out for the Tracer.
Detroit looks a little bit more put together on this last point here. They ate the hazard ult.
That is so sad.
There's
There's
EMP.
gonna be EMP though.
They get
Trash
one.
can falls.
They get another. They have no time. They gotta
Alright.
push it pretty quick. That's a beat. Shadowy has to get out. He's low though.
We're beaten to beat.
He's gonna have to touch though. Does he make it back in time? Wait. Okay, I thought he almost killed himself.
Ooh, white rain falling. Same with Ghostface.
And it looks. Oh wait. Hoodoo's on. Aw, unfortunate. That was a long time for them to stall. They did a good job at the end there.
Score
Yeah, I definitely agree.
2-2. Switching sides.
But that last punch really hard to take because you basically have to. You either have to stagger each one or you have to wipe them all instantly.
I definitely could have used that Lucio beat during that fight instead.
Yeah, they kind of popped it early to try and touch, but yeah, it was a little unfortunate. There was probably a miscommunication, but
It's okay though. It's fine. It's fine. It's
well, they still have
almost a full
two.
push from Havana, so Detroit has a lot of work to put in for these first couple of points here. Oh, and we've got a Ramatra.
Stay close to me.
Ramatra on defense.
Oh, I have Ramatra, a Mercy in my
No, it
river. Oh, just kidding. Oh,
And Chaco on the May.
Knowledge is
This is the troll. Wait, are they? Oh, they're doing the old strat. They're doing the old strat. There's an old strat where you would play the bottom like part here with May Reaper, and you just sit in this little health pack room.
5, 4, 3.
Let's see if they actually do it or they're just gonna play high ground.
Attackers incoming.
Constructing my teleporter.
Escort.
I've got a Blue Jay on Widow. Yeah, we've just got Havana just on this high ground up here. And they're all dropping. We're dropping point.
Yep. They're playing in the health pack room. They're doing the old defense strat. They walled him. They walled him in.
They walled up. Or the
Yeah,
main.
they're doing the old strat. We
No, Sugar has played the May before, so this is nothing new. Put the man on the May. We've got a May mirror here. Oh, and Sugar falls.
The problem with this is they have to contest this cart, but they're all playing down here, so it's very difficult to get them when they're all grouped up in here.
We've got an anti out.
Trigger's low. They did get him though. They're stalling as long as they can.
Sugar's gonna fall here, yep.
That's a big stagger though. I think White Rain is on the same respawn wave though, so I think they get an early spawn.
Yeah, they'll be on the same wave. And they're already back by the time they break this wall. Oh, but Poodoo falls.
That's
We've got
unfortunate.
a
But then
Cole
we're
out.
all... do they live? No. May ult. That's a big May ult. Trick falls
We're
low. I don't know if
trying-
that was necessary. Okay. That's so... I would really like that ult bag.
What is this foxing?
I don't know. There's so many ults happening. What is happening here?
Oh, my
There he
brain
does get
hurts.
Voodoo though.
We've got all of Havana, but
They're
got
stalling. They're
Joker.
stalling as the best they can. Choco
Oh,
Fall is
Choco
unfortunate.
falls to the pulse bomb.
That's another May ult? Oh wait, that's their May. Never mind.
Oh, Voodoo.
That's unfortunate.
They
He did get
tried.
2 with that, but it wasn't enough.
Okay, now we've got Trick swap to the Bull here. White Rain is going to the Curie. Voodoo's going to Soj. We are playing Mystery Heroes on the second point. We've got Ghostface on the brig. And White Rune falling early. And Ghostface.
I don't know if the ball against the May is the play, but they're trying it.
Yeah, Bell's just taking a little
Trick is
nap.
forcing a lot of util, but they did get the
Okay,
point.
and Detroit gets the point in 4 minutes. I mean, almost pretty similar to Havana here.
Yeah, they
we've
did
been
do
here
that
before,
before.
Chad.
We'll see what they do on defense.
We've been here before. We've got a few ultis. I mean, we've got a lot of ultis coming up here. We've got Diva Bomb, we've got May ult, Ice Block, Iceberg. Oh my gosh, my brain can't even. I'm not recovered from the previous Q Fest. Pulse, Rush, Nano. We've got them all, basically. You get an ult, and you get an ult, and you get an ult. EMP out from Choco. With an EMP out.
Detroit is moving this card pretty easily. They're already almost there. They kind of got to touch once more. I think this ball got to go touch soon.
Alright, and we've got ults from both sides. We are all just clicking, making sure.
A lot of Qs being pressed, and it just looks like just the ball and trace or
Okay,
yeah, ball.
neither side have supports.
Car goes back. Voodoo's low. Shadowy is kind of alone here. I think they're stalling and staggering. There.
Yeah.
They waited to stagger him. They have 2 minutes to hold like 2 meters.
Two. It's 4. Or 3 and some change.
I don't know. I'm not. I wasn't watching the stream at that point. I was just looking from my perspective, and it doesn't show it.
Deep trade. And they managed to get Detroit's Ana. They managed to get JD here. Blue Jays got no ice block, so they're down for the count. Oh, I didn't even see the Pudu Farah. Hello.
The Farah Mercy. Oh god. I guess you got the Mercy. You did get the Mercy you wanted.
White Rain. You got all of the new skins here.
And the Seraphim. I haven't gotten them yet. They're really cool though.
White Rain's got it for Mercy and for Juno. She's got the big
Oh, they're
bucks.
pushing it. They gotta touch.
We've got
There's
an
a May
ult.
ult.
Okay. Oh, and they've got Shadowy out of mech. This May
They're
is
doing
the
God's
strongest
work
one.
on holding this. Shadowy's low. Just Blue Jay. They did it.
Alright, and they've got
35
30
seconds.
And
They might have
they've
another
got a
touch.
nano.
I think they have one more fight in them.
Voodoo has their ult as well as Trick, so I think they can pull this off. I think they can pull this off.
There comes the Devo Nano. They do get
Blue
Blue
Jay.
Jay early. That's big. They just gotta stagger and hold this point. Though gets one. He gets slept out of it. They get
Yeah.
two in advance though.
I do
And they
believe
do
that's
it. Havana does
yeah.
it. That's a 3-0 for Havana.
I'll do my payouts. I'll do my payouts. Don't worry.
Well played.
Play of the game.
Yeah. I think they want a Confessor to win. I'm not sure which account was Confessor. Because there was an alt. I believe it was their tank.
I think.
Or their Gravelot.
Yeah. Exactly. He got to play, and that's all that matters. Period. Yes. Oh my gosh. Paying dividends. Yes, the payout is huge. 65.6k going out to all of you Havana believers here. And then that's kind of it for our match. You got any other comments, Dragon Master?
I think it was just really well played from both sides, and Havana did a really good job of just holding points and getting early picks when they needed to.
For sure. And Detroit shouldn't feel upset about it at all. They had really good moments throughout the series, so I think that both teams had a really good showing overall. But we'll be able to see them both, I believe, next week. Neither of them have a bye week. And tune in tomorrow as well. We've got a few matches. We do have Ottawa versus War tomorrow, so definitely
also have
tune in for that one.
our match tomorrow, I believe. It's
We do, yes, at
Hit versus
9 p.m.
NYI.
Hit. Hello.
Or sorry, NSH. My bad.
My goodness.
There's so many. I'm so used to last season.
Last season. Hello.
I know.
All right, United Rogue. That is it for us. Have a great night. We'll see ya tomorrow for some more gaming and gambling.